You are deploying a multi-tier web application with a web tier, an application tier, and a database tier. You need scalability, high availability, and automatic failover for the database. Options: A. Use EC2 instances for all tiers and a multi-AZ RDS instance for the database. B. Use Elastic Beanstalk with DynamoDB. C. Use ECS with Aurora Global Database. D. Use Lambda with S3 for the web tier and RDS read replica for the database. Correct answer: C. Use ECS with Aurora Global Database. Explanation: ECS provides scalability for containerized applications, and Aurora Global Database ensures high availability with global replication and failover. Why not other options? Option A, EC2 requires more management effort and lacks global scalability. Option B, DynamoDB is unsuitable for relational data in the database tier. Option D, RDS read replicas do not support automatic failover. Question 2. A data analytics company needs a centralized data lake for storing structured and unstructured data. The data lake must support multiple analytical tools. Options: A. Use DynamoDB with global tables. B. Use Redshift with Redshift Spectrum. C. Use S3 with Glue and Athena. D. Use Elasticsearch with EBS volumes. Correct answer: C. Use S3 with Glue and Athena. Explanation: S3 provides scalable and durable storage for a data lake, while Glue and Athena allow querying and ETL processing of the stored data. Why not other options? Option A, DynamoDB is unsuitable for unstructured data storage. Option B, Redshift Spectrum is ideal for queries on S3 data but does not serve as the primary data lake solution. Option D, Elasticsearch is for search and indexing, not data lakes. Question 3. A large organization operates multiple AWS accounts and wants a centralized monitoring solution. Options: A. Use CloudWatch with cross-account observability. B. Use CloudTrail with organization-level logging. C. Use AWS Config to track all changes in real time. D. Use Amazon QuickSight for centralized dashboards. Correct answer: A. Use CloudWatch with cross-account observability. Explanation: CloudWatch supports cross-account observability through CloudWatch synthetics and contributor insights, providing centralized monitoring for multiple accounts. Why not other options? Option B, CloudTrail provides logging but lacks real-time monitoring. Option C, AWS Config tracks changes but does not offer centralized dashboards. Option D, QuickSight is for business intelligence, not infrastructure monitoring. Question 4. Your company wants to migrate an on-premises data warehouse to AWS. The solution must support complex analytical queries on petabyte-scale datasets. Options: A. Use DynamoDB for analytics. B. Use Aurora PostgreSQL with read replicas. C. Use Redshift. D. Use RDS MySQL with multi-AZ. Correct answer: C. Use Redshift. Explanation: Redshift is purpose-built for large-scale analytical queries and petabyte-scale data warehouses. Why not other options? Option A, DynamoDB is not suitable for complex analytics. Option B, Aurora PostgreSQL cannot handle petabyte-scale datasets efficiently. Option D, RDS MySQL is for OLTP, not OLAP workloads. Question 5. A company hosts a web application on EC2 instances in one region. To ensure minimal downtime during a disaster, they need a cost-effective disaster recovery solution that can scale during failover. Options: A. Use a multi-AZ deployment for EC2 instances. B. Use a backup region with a pre-provisioned fleet of EC2 instances. C. Use S3 for static content and a backup region with an auto-scaling group for EC2. D. Use Global Accelerator to route traffic between two regions. Correct answer: C. Use S3 for static content and a backup region with an auto-scaling group for EC2. Explanation: storing static content in S3 reduces costs, and having an auto-scaling group in the backup region ensures scalability during a failover event. This approach is both cost-effective and resilient. Why not other options? Option A, multi-AZ protects within a single region but does not handle regional disasters. Option B, pre-provisioned EC2 instances in a backup region increase costs unnecessarily. Option D, global accelerator improves performance globally but does not help with disaster recovery. Question 6. A company needs to process millions of log events in real time and store them in a data lake for later analysis. Options: A. Use S3 with lifecycle policies to store logs directly. B. Use Kinesis data streams to process and deliver logs to S3. C. Use CloudWatch logs insights for real-time processing. D. Use RDS with a read replica for log storage and analysis. Correct answer: B. Use Kinesis data streams to process and deliver logs to S3. Explanation: Kinesis data streams is designed for high-throughput, real-time log ingestion. It can process log data in real time and deliver it to S3 or other services for storage. Why not other options? Option A, S3 cannot handle real-time log ingestion directly. Option C, CloudWatch Logs Insights is for querying and analyzing logs, not for real-time ingestion. Option D, RDS is unsuitable for high-throughput, real-time log ingestion. Question 7. A company generates large amounts of data that are rarely accessed but must be retained for 10 years for compliance purposes. Options: A. Use EBS volumes with snapshots for long-term storage. B. Use S3 standard with versioning enabled. C. Use S3 Glacier Deep Archive with lifecycle policies. D. Use DynamoDB for storing the data. Correct answer: C. Use S3 Glacier Deep Archive with lifecycle policies. Explanation: S3 Glacier Deep Archive is the most cost-effective solution for long-term, infrequently accessed data storage. Lifecycle policies can automate data transitions to Glacier Deep Archive. Why not other options? Option A, EBS is too costly for long-term storage. Option B, S3 standard is more expensive and unnecessary for rarely accessed data. Option D, DynamoDB is not designed for long-term archival storage. Question 8. You need to securely allow a third-party application to access specific objects in your S3 bucket. The solution must not expose access keys. Options: A. Use a bucket policy with hard-coded access keys. B. Use a pre-signed URL for temporary access. C. Use an IAM role with assume role for the third-party application. D. Use CloudFront to distribute the content. Correct answer: B. Use a pre-signed URL for temporary access. Explanation: pre-signed URLs provide temporary and secure access to specific S3 objects without exposing access keys. Why not other options? Option A, hard-coding access keys is insecure and violates best practices. Option C, IAM roles with assume role are more suitable for applications running within AWS, not third-party access. Option D, CloudFront is for content delivery and does not solve the access control requirement. Question 9. An e-commerce website experiences traffic spikes during seasonal sales. The architecture should handle sudden increases in traffic and ensure high availability. Options: A. Use an auto-scaling group with an application load balancer, ALB. B. Use EC2 instances with elastic IP addresses. C. Use Lambda functions with an API gateway. D. Use CloudFront with an S3 backend. Correct answer: A. Use an auto-scaling group with an application load balancer, ALB. Explanation: an auto-scaling group with ALB ensures that the application can scale out during traffic spikes and remain highly available. Why not other options? Option B, elastic IP addresses do not provide scalability or high availability. Option C, Lambda with API gateway is suitable for serverless applications but may not fit a traditional e-commerce website. Option D, CloudFront with S3 is ideal for static websites, not dynamic e-commerce platforms. Question 10. A company is migrating its on-premises Oracle database to AWS. The database must support complex queries, ACID transactions, and minimal downtime during migration. Options: A. Use DynamoDB with DMS for migration. B. Use RDS Oracle with multi-AZ and DMS. C. Use Aurora PostgreSQL and export data using scripts. D. Use Redshift for data storage and queries. Correct answer: B. Use RDS Oracle with multi-AZ and DMS. Explanation: RDS Oracle provides a managed Oracle database with multi-AZ for high availability. DMS ensures minimal downtime during migration. Why not other options? Option A, DynamoDB is a NoSQL database and does not support complex queries or ACID transactions. Option C, Aurora PostgreSQL requires significant re-engineering of the database schema. Option D, Redshift is for analytical workloads, not transactional databases.